Radical.
Welcome to Flea Market Stories, documenting one man's journey to the world of flea marketing. Usually I got a theme, or I got a title for these, but I don't. This is just unplanned. I'm going to try to, in real time, recall everything notable that happened the previous Saturday, this past Saturday. And I'm not feeling that good, to be honest. I had some chicken earlier, same chicken I always get every day, but something might have been up with what they fry it in. I ate this chicken, and I should have stopped eating it because there was this distinct nasty taste in it. And I mean, it's hard to stop eating something that you paid like $7 some for. It's hard. I hate wasting things. And it was not a situation where I could go back there because, I picked it up and then went back to work. But I was eating it. I was just, and sometimes you ever been there where you're like, I know this is going to make me sick. I know something's up with this, but I'll be damned if I'm going to waste money. I'm going to get some food. So I think I'll just go ahead and probably, I don't know. I mean, the chicken is amazing. When it's good, it's the best freaking chicken I've ever had. But when it's nasty, I don't know. It's kind of like a gamble. Like 8, 9 times out of 10, it's amazing. Sometimes it's just nasty. And I've actually went back a couple times to tell them, and they gave me other chicken. But we're not talking about chicken today. Well, are we going to talk about chicken more? Well, let's talk about chicken for a second. I got a routine. We got a routine with flea marketing. The routine is to try to go to sleep around maybe 1 or 2, but that hardly ever happens. To wake up at 8 and then take a quick shower, very quick shower, then head out, get chicken on the way to the flea market, and then get there right around 9. It's the routine. Usually I get there about a quarter till I can finish eating my chicken. I usually start eating it on the way. Then I can drink my big tea, and then I'm there ready to, put everything up and set up at 9. You, of course, got to be set up at 9 there, right? But this routine is going to need to change because they tell me after months and months and months, after going to this place and getting the chicken in the morning time, they tell me it's no longer going to be served outside of lunchtime and beyond. Well, this is a big change to the routine because I would go there and I would get my chicken and it would give me energy for the morning. I needed my chicken energy. I guess I'll switch it out to something else or eat something at the house before I leave. But this is a big fundamental change to my routine. I'm all about routine sometimes. So now I'm going to have to, go get the chicken probably after the flea marketing. But it's okay. I'll make the change. I think the biggest change I need to make, to be honest, is getting to sleep before 4 or 5 o'clock. Because I can fly if you're not having to go out in the heat and move large boxes and things of that nature. If you just have to get up and not do much in a day, yeah, okay. If you're not out in the heat, yeah, okay, you're fine. But when you have to move heavy things and you're out in the heat, then that takes a toll on you. It takes a toll if you haven't had any sleep. So the one big thing I got to change, the one big thing I have to change and stick to it is to quit trying to be perfect with my game stuff, because I'm such a perfectionist. I got to make sure all those games are neatly in their rows. Got to make sure the game cases are clean. I got to make sure even the price stickers are completely aligned perfect. The problem with my sales, I think, more than anything is, and this was the problem Saturday, I would have made twice as much as I did probably if I was more engaged there. If I was feeling better, I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't feeling good that day, half because it just kind of caught up to me. Not getting sleep for days at a time just kind of got up to me. And I would have had, instead of like a $150 day, I would have had a $300 day. If I would have been able to engage more, talk to people more, if I wasn't feeling bad. So the biggest change, ironically, that I need to make to increase my sales is not obsessing over the items and making sure everything is clean and neat and organized, but to make sure I am there engaged and been able to just continue talking to people and making people smile. When people are happy, when they're smiling, they're more prone to buying things. If I'm just sitting there like a knot on a log, just kind of miserable, then because I don't feel good, then that's going to hurt my sales right there. So, of course, the routine change, the big change I have to make. But sometimes you get a little bit of help from your friends. You get a little bit of help from your friends. Now, briefly, I want to talk about two things I remember that I sold. And they were the first things I sold that day. After not thinking I would sell some mini systems, because remember the previous week, there's a guy that wanted me to buy some mini systems from him. And I said, nah, I'll try to sell them for you. You know, the mini knockoff Nintendos? This guy came by before I even set up the mini Nintendos. One was the cooler looking mini Super Nintendo, but it's a lie because it's, it's nicer than the 620-in-1 knockoff, but it's just NES games. But they're actually organized pretty neat. There's like a little bit of a menu there, and it's HDMI. And the picture is really crisp. Looks very, very nice in HDMI. I was actually really surprised at how good it looked. I had that. I was selling for $60, and I had the red, white, and yellow knockoff I was selling for $40, right? So he asked if he can, get a deal for both of them. And I was kind of shocked. I'm thinking like, oh, first sale of the day? And I really do need to sell some of these, not for me, but, for the other guy. So I said, I'll let you have both of these for $70. That's a good discount because it'd be $100 for both of them. I said, if you're getting both of those, $70. So he gave me the $70, and then I kept, what did I keep? I think I kept $30, and then I gave the guy $40, which he was happy with. Which was fun. But I just want to finish talking about how, before I go into this, back on that last day, since it's the last morning I'll be able to get chicken, I want to say that it was the best morning chicken. It was the best chicken I'd ever had. It was great. It's everything I needed it to be. Because I still felt bad, but if I didn't get my morning chicken that day, I would have felt absolutely terrible. At least the chicken helped me feel a little bit better. I still felt bad, but the chicken helped a lot. And I think they gave me a big tea just kind of to apologize that they're no longer going to be able to serve me chicken on the weekends in the morning around 8 o'clock. And the problem with that big tea was this. I drank all that big tea, that delicious, sweet, good tea. It was great. But I get there, first thing I do, because I need to go to the bathroom, is to go to the bathroom before I set the table. Go down to the bathrooms, the only set of bathrooms there. And there's a guy there saying that the bathrooms are not working. The plumbing's not working. And then I was like, oh, great. So I didn't have a lot of sleep. I don't feel good. And now I really need to go. And I got to hold it the whole morning. Shit. And speaking of shit, what if I need to shit? Shit. So adding all that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't. Because my assistants aren't there. Except for two people came by. One of the assistants did come by a little later, but he wasn't there like most of the day. It was the wife of the husband that I'm selling, selling the Teddy Ruxpin and stuff, various things, comic books and everything. She came by, and it was good. It's good that she came by to help me set up a little bit, because she sometimes helps me set up a little bit, and she maybe gives me things to sell for her. And that was good that I had some help, because I really wasn't feeling that good. And I didn't want to move a whole lot because I needed to piss. So I'm trying to not move a whole lot. And it's really helpful that she's there to help me set up and move some of the stuff, right? I did catch a break. Later on because one of my assistants came by. One of my friends came by there. And he always parks his bike there beside mine. Then he'll talk to me for a couple minutes. And then sometimes he'll say, well, look, I'm going to go look around the flea market for some stuff. And he leaves his helmet there. He leaves his bike there, right? after that, I just get the idea. Maybe I'll ask a customer, a nice customer. I don't think he bought anything, but I just said, hey, can you do me a huge favor? Like, I really got to go to the bathroom. And I didn't ask him to watch my table. I'm not asking a complete stranger to watch my table, but I said, can you do me a huge favor and walk down and tell me if the bathrooms are open up again, because I've been waiting to use the bathroom and I just wondered if they were open again. 2 minutes later, he comes back and he says, they are open. This was around like 12 o'clock. So I've been waiting 3 hours, suffering a little bit for 3 hours, right? And I don't know what it was like. It seemed like as the day went on, I was able to hold it more, because I was standing. I was not sitting. I was standing. And he came back and he said, yeah, I know they're working because there was a guy in there taking a shit. I was like, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Good, good, good. But then my issue was, okay, I guess I'll wait till one of my assistants comes back. And he came back and maybe 20 minutes later, I want to say. And I said to him, can you do me a huge favor? I'm in needing to piss since I got here. I'll tell you, if you watch this table for 5 minutes, just in case I wanted some insurance, in case I needed to drop a deuce, I said, for 5 minutes, can you watch this table? And I'll give you a CD when I get back. So I was able to go to his bathroom, came back. I gave him the metal band Triumph. He likes metal music, so I gave him the metal band Triumph CD. Gave him that. But it's very important to make friends at the flea market, because that day would have went very differently, even though their contributions weren't that amazing. If I wouldn't have had one of my friends there to help me set up earlier, then it would have took me twice as long to set up. And if I wouldn't have had my assistant to come by later and watch the table for 5 minutes, who knows? I might have busted all over the place. I might have been pissing my pants. I don't know. At one point I considered going back to my car and pissing in the big cup of tea, because my thinking was, okay, if I drink all the tea out of that cup, and probably not all, some of it has evaporated. I don't know much about the human body and how a lot of the things work. I mean, maybe I'm sure I've sweat some of that tea out. I'm sure it wouldn't overfill the cup. But damn, looking around, I'm like, well, damn, there's one person beside me to the right, and probably I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. I don't want to get caught pissing in the cup. And, what if I forget about the cup and then I go home and I'm thinking like, well, I didn't drink my tea? Hell yeah. I don't want to be doing that. One last thing I noticed, both this day and the Sunday, is they're fucking hypocrites at the office, because they say past 9 o'clock, you have to be set up at your table. Everyone has to supposedly be set up at 9 o'clock. But they, around 10:30, they gave somebody a table to the right of me. Yeah. So I guess it just depends if they want to make some money and not a lot of people are there. I guess that only applies, if it's full, I suppose. I guess that's the only way it applies if it's full.